as the generations progress, the families continue to fracture. The just idea or acceptance of people having a role. It's like everybody got a role to play. Everybody. People go to work every single day but can't play a role in their relationship. That makes zero sense. Zero. Again, professional, personal, creative. People make sacrifices for what they want. That's what they do. Family. The thing about family, the most powerful thing about family, in my opinion, is there's two truths. One, family, you don't get to choose. It is what it is before you got here. And after you get here, you don't get to choose. That's beautiful. The other thing about family, which is uniquely beautiful, is that you do get to choose a partner. That is also beautiful and very powerful. And I think that is one of the more undervalued things in our community and why we ultimately haven't done what we needed to do. As the generations progress, the families continue to fracture. The just idea or acceptance of people having a role. It's like everybody got a role to play. Everybody. People go to work every single day but can't play a role in their relationship. That makes zero sense. Zero. Again, professional, personal, creative. People make sacrifices for what they want. That's what they do. So I know plenty of creatives who lack professional development and lack personal relationships because they gave it all to the craft. And more power to them. More power to them. There's no right or wrong. I also know people who gave everything to the professional in a way where they actually had creative passions, but sacrificed them. Had passions or feelings of wanting to build a family or have a serious relationship, whatever the case, but sacrificed it for their career. But me, I said, nah, the thing I want most is her. For me, that was one of the best decisions I made. And that's the first step to me getting to this point. But even at that point, again, I had already established I was working on my voice. I had already established I was working on my ability to speak in front of people, to people, in front of groups of people, working with all types of different backgrounds. All of that was a while ago. This is like 2012 when we met, right? So that's like the foundation for how I got to this point. And when you look at this art form of podcasting, take a sip. When you look at this art form of podcasting, it didn't exist in that 2012 timeframe. And if it did, it was brand new, just like my relationship with my wife. That was the turning point. I don't know what was in the air or the water at that time frame, but man, it shifted. It shifted. Without her support from that moment to now, I would not have the confidence and the ambition to do what I'm doing right now. She is literally the battery that keeps me going. Oh, man. I think that's enough, man. When we talk about what this is G. You heard? The G podcast. You ain't heard nothing like this. I'm using my superpower times 10. This is just a little preview, a little introduction. I do understand that I'm quite a hermit crab at times, so I gotta reintroduce myself to y'all. And I'm gonna do that through these episodes, these pilots before the pilot. It's a pilot before the pilot. If you didn't see that first one, please make sure you check that out. It's a pilot before the pilot. Gotta get started. This one right here is the G Shit Podcast. It's a pilot before the pilot. I don't know what I'm gonna call it next. I hope y'all like the new setup too. Hold up now. Wow. Hey man, new setup is quite nice. I have to say myself. I think we good right there. Again, shout out to that first 50. For the next 50, man, I appreciate y'all too. We just getting started. This is the G podcast. And when you listen to the G podcast, the hope is that you have some type of insight or tool that you can take and then apply it to your own situation so that you can have a stronger impact on your family, your friendships, your finances, your freedom, and our future. This is the G podcast. That's what we talk about and everything else. Now let's play the outro music. This is the mother G podcast. Crazy episode.
Looks like you got on course there, G. I don't think you ever come back same way. But it sounds like you made it just fine. Welcome home, Flyer.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Canon's got 2935, about to cut off automatically. It's the G podcast where we focus on family, friends, finances, freedom, and our future, and everything else. This is the G podcast. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments. Let's go. I think I did that nice at the very end right there. So that stopped recording automatically. Got that all snapped in and the 30 on the Canon.